Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're checking out the Camelback Resort in Tannersville, Pennsylvania. It's one of the most popular winter destinations in the Poconos. I spent a weekend here with my family to celebrate my sister's birthday. I'm going to show you the hotel suite room and also the snow tubing experience, and is it worth staying here in 2026? This resort has an indoor and outdoor water park. It has skiing and snow tubing and also snowboarding. And it also has other attractions such as laser tag, bumper cars, and an arcade. The lobby is very spacious with a fireplace in the middle. Over to your left you can see cafe bar. They have coffee, espresso, and pastries you can buy. We are visiting in 2026 of January, so the outdoor water park isn't open currently, but the indoor park was operating. I didn't get a chance to try the virtual reality experience or the laser tag. They do cost more. They tend to close around 8 p.m., so I didn't get a chance to check them out. I have to say the indoor water park is very nice. They had a lot of slides and a wave pool and also an area for adults to go swim. They also had a hot tub that was indoor and outdoor, which was very cool. They give you a wristband to scan into your hotel room. We stayed in a family suite that had 4 bedrooms and a pull-out couch. One of the rooms was a normal hotel room that connected to the main family suite. A spacious living room, which we stayed in a lot, and it definitely felt cozy and family friendly. The decor has the mountain lodge vibe with warm lighting and rustic wood details. The bathrooms were okay. I would recommend bringing your own shampoo and conditioner because what they had was not very good. There were 3 bathrooms, 2 downstairs and 1 upstairs. Family suite did have 2 floors. On the second floor there were 2 bedrooms. One had a door that closed and one did not. The beds were super comfortable and I appreciated the spacious layout. Perfect if you're traveling with kids or a group of friends. The bathroom was clean and modern and plenty of towels and good water pressure in the showers. One big highlight for me was the view. Looking out over the slopes in the morning was the perfect way to start the day. You also get the essentials like a fridge, microwave, coffee maker, and a dishwasher. You can cook in this kitchen. If you need extra supplies, you can call the front desk. We ended up needing baking sheets and we called down and they brought it up very quickly. One thing we did notice about the hotel room was there was a lot of dust. I noticed a lot of dust on top of the refrigerator, probably where the cleaners couldn't see, and there was a bunch of dust on the ceiling fan in the living room. This room was on the first floor. One thing about it is there was no heater in this room, so you had to leave the door open if you wanted heat to get in. My mom and dad slept in this room and it got very cold at night. And they didn't want to sleep there again, so they slept upstairs. This room did have a balcony with an amazing view of the mountain. At night, the lights came on and you can see the mountains light up, which was very cool. Also, all the TVs in this hotel room have Google Chrome, so you can cast whatever apps you want from your phone onto the TV, which makes it so you can watch basically anything as a family together in the living room. I would give this room an 8 out of 10 just because it's so spacious, has a great view, and a balcony. Can't really complain with 2 floors. Sit down and eat as a family. I do want to mention they do have a gift shop and a buffet in the lobby. On the ground floor is the arcade, which is very nice, I must say. I would say it's on level with Dave & Buster's. My brother's girlfriend actually won a PS5 at the arcade, so we might be biased. We had a great time there. This is the shot of the arcade when it was closed. They do have a prize redemption center. You can redeem all your tickets. They also had a place called Graffiti's Pizza, which was just okay. They had a little mini bowling alley in the arcade, which was really cool. And they also have the classic games like the Jurassic Park arcade, which is my favorite. Also, the entrance to the water park is on the ground level in the arcade. Get too much footage of the water park, but I definitely recommend checking it out. Alright, now on to the main event, snow tubing. They did have a shuttle bus to take you to the snow tubing event. It just drives you down the hill so you don't have to drive or walk yourself. Once you get there, you walk through this tunnel. Camelback has one of the biggest snow tubing parks in the US with over 40 lanes, and they even have galactic tubing at night where the slopes light up in neon colors and music plays. We went here on a weekday. It was a Wednesday and the ticket was only $28. believe on a weekend the ticket's probably around $58 or $75 for about 2 hours of tubing. Right here they have the magic carpet lift. It takes you right up to the top, so no hiking back up the hill when you go down, which is a nice perk. The runs are fast but safe, and the staff does a great job keeping everyone organized. They make sure the people at the bottom of the hill are out of the way until they send the next group of people down, which is good because it makes it less chaotic. They do have these big snow makers that are blowing snow onto the tubing track, so even when it's not that snowy, they can still people tube during the winter season. This magic carpet was actually really cool because you can put your little kids in the tube and they can sit in the tube while the elevator just takes them up to the top. Even though we paid for 2 hours, we ended up only going tubing for about an hour and 10 minutes before we got too cold. They did have a little lodge and a fire pit area where you can stay warm and go out again, but we only had about 3 trips down the hill, but it was still fun and it goes very fast. It was a great time. At the top of the hill, you choose a lane and you wait for your turn to go down the hill. Once they give you the go-ahead, you're good to go down. You can go down on your stomach, on your back. If you have small children, they did make my brother put one of his kids in a separate tube, so he had a double tube and a separate one, and he held on to it with a rope, so they all could go down together. They do not let you sit in someone else's lap. This was very fun and safe. The tubes do go very fast down the hill, but I would recommend it for anyone at any age. As long as you don't fall out of that tube, you're just gonna have a great time. This was a great family-friendly event and just something really fun to do during the winter time. To say this place has something for everyone at any age. I give kudos to the arcade staff and the staff in the Aqua Bia water park. They were great. We did get dinner one night at the Trails End restaurant. The food was decent. I got a cheeseburger with some fries. When you're eating, it's kind of cool. You can see people skiing down the slopes, so it was a good experience. Overall, as far as winter getaways go, this was fantastic. If you're looking for a family-friendly spot to enjoy the winter season without driving too far from New York or Philly, Camelback is definitely worth the trip. Thanks for watching, and if you found this review helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and drop a comment if you've been to Camelback or plan on going back this season. We'll see you in the next one.